kinds of events happening right now, and yet the Calgary's finest are not bothering them. This is the hypocrisy of this city. This is the hypocrisy of our wonderful, fearless leaders. Where is Naheed Nenshi, the mayor of this city?
Can you guys do respectful social distance?
He's allowed to
stand back from you a little bit. I need 8 feet.
Whoa.
I need 8 feet. Stand back. Okay?
Or what?
Stand
You're
back.
gonna threaten me and abuse me?
Hey, guys,
Do not
6
do that.
feet.
Tell him not
6
to
feet
touch
away.
me.
6 feet away for
Back up
everybody.
now.
That's for everybody.
I saw that video just over 2 years ago. You may recognize the voice with the Polish accent, the man in the winter camouflage. That's Pastor Artur Pawlowski. I had known him a little bit back then, certainly not as well as I've come to know him in the past 2 years. As you could see there, it was bitter cold in Calgary, Alberta, and he was doing what he does every weekend, what he has done for decades. He feeds the homeless that are so lowly. They're often not even allowed in homeless shelters because maybe they're on drugs or they're drunk or they have some personality disorder that makes them violent or something. They're the lowest of the low. He gives them food. He gives them, and sometimes it's quite good food, steaks. And he feeds them. He does the job that the city won't. And did you see the cops saying it was an illegal gathering, as if it was some rave party, as if it was a fun social gathering rather than him feeding the hungry? And then did you see the cop pushing around one of Artur Pawlowski's colleagues saying, 6 feet away, 6 feet away. Do you see that? That video that I saw just over 2 years ago made me so mad, and I'm feeling that anger again today, watching it again, that I phoned Artur Pawlowski and I said, not only will we do a story on this, but let us crowdfund a lawyer for you. And thus our Fight the Fines project was born. We have in fact come to the aid of 2,000 people who were bullied by police. So that's more than 2 years ago. But 2 days ago, the prosecution of Artur Pawlowski for feeding the homeless in the bitter cold of a Christmas dinner in December of 2020, that trial began in Calgary. Incredibly, they're proceeding against him. And in court alone were our Rebel News reporters, including Selene Galas, who joins us now from Calgary. Selene, great to see you again. Thank you very much for joining us today. Is it true that you and our friend Sheila Gunn Reid were the only journalists in the courtroom for the prosecution of Artur Pawlowski?
That's right, we were. Yeah, we were kind of hoping that someone else might turn up from mainstream media, but lo and behold, it was just us, which is great. We got to cover the story and everything else. So.
It is great that you were there because you told the story and I followed you. You were live tweeting it on Twitter. I enjoyed that and I retweeted a lot of them. But it's also terrifying. Artur Pawlowski is a very significant public figure in Alberta because of his endless torments by the government, the prosecutions. He was jailed for more than 50 days. The fact that not a single journalist other than Rebel News was in the court tells me just how broken the media is and how much in collusion they are with the government. I mean, seriously, tell us a little bit, what is going on in court? Is it what I said it was, a prosecution for breaking the anti-gathering lockdown rule? Did I get that right? For Christmas 2020, he was feeding the homeless and they charged him with an illegal gathering. Is that the charge?
Yeah, it's a little bit more particular than that. They're trying to get him on the account of it being some sort of Christians-only private event. That's what they're trying to get him for. If public gatherings were not allowed either, but it's very specific. The narrative that they're pushing is that it's Christians only, and a lot of the questions that Sarah Miller, Artur Pawlowski's lawyer, was asking the witnesses that are testifying against Artur is if they saw him turning down anyone from the food lines or any people in general from this public event. And all of them, all 8, there's a couple more actually, dates to be established in the future for that one. But they all agreed that no one was turned away, and that they have no evidence that they could provide as to who was invited if this was indeed a private event.
That was an excerpt from my daily TV-style show called The Ezra Levant Show. Each weekday, I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview a fascinating guest. I read some fan mail or hate mail, depends on which I like more, and we end with a video of the day. You can get it all at rebelnewsplus.com.